So you've got an idea, 5 or 20. What then? In this clip, we'll look at those steps that take us from concept to generation to commercialisation. Hi, I'm Dr. David Monkton, lecturer agribusiness at the University of Tasmania. I've prepared this lecture with material supplied by Dr. Greg Clydesdale, senior lecturer, Lincoln University, New Zealand. All through this lecture on innovation, we've advocated casting a wide net by not editing your research or ideation process. Now, though, we start to reel those ideas in. In the ideation phase, you may have come up with multiple product forms that fit customer needs. In addition, you may have found a few different technological approaches to use a platform for developing those forms. You won't, in all likelihood, have the resources you would need to develop them all. Think of it as a funnel, where you first look at the range of ideas and do a rough cut in a concept screen. You need to find a basis to compare each new idea against to see if it is worthy of the resources needed in the push to commercialisation. Which ideas, at the very least, meet the industry standards? Which ones are improvements on similar ideas that are already commercially available? Are you aiming to be a best-in-class product? If so, using the current market ideal point as a basis for comparison might make sense. If you already have a product in the marketplace, you may want to compare the new version against this incumbent. Or you could choose a product that is none of the above, but that your design partners think that by the process of comparison could give you a new perspective that would influence further innovation. For those concepts that make it through the concept selection process, you are likely to want to do some level of prototyping. Based on the type of product form and technology used, you could prototype the whole product or certain features. If it fits your concept, you could mock up a physical prototype. Alternatively, and especially if you are designing a service, you may want to consider an analytical prototype. Here you could run process simulations or do something as simple as creating a storyboard of how the service experience might flow from one step to another. You can bring a product concept to the point of commercialization and yet not bring it to market. This doesn't mean that the innovation wasn't worth the effort. There is always something to be gleaned from going through the process that can make the next iteration go that much better. You may judge that your product concept is worthy of continued investigation. It could stay internal to your organisation, or it could have value as a concept to another organisation that has more capability to bring it to the market. Or you may get feedback that indicates that all systems are go and you are ready to commercialise your idea. Let's end with a different version of where we started, an overview of the innovation process. Where we began is with a design thinking framework, moving from problem identification to building empathy with a potential member of the target market, moving to design. What we have in this slide is the process as envisaged by Robert Cooper, a stage gate model. If you already have a number of ideas, you would first whittle them down into an initial screen, to a number that you have resources to do a preliminary investigation of. The ideas that make it to that stage are challenged by gaining information on whether the idea fits the market, the organisation and the marketing environment. The ideas passing the second screen get a more detailed investigation through the process of building a business case that seeks to justify whether continued development is merited. Product concepts that make it through that stage can move into further development, prototyping, and if successful, production. It doesn't stop there. As post-commercialization, you continue to read whether all of those efforts met with the successes that you had envisaged for it. That post-implementation review leads to, you guessed it, your next round of innovation. Good luck all, and thank you.